everybody, and welcome back here to another showcase and review with the future. And as you can see today, we are focusing on a slightly different category than I'm used to showing off. And I want to thank my friend Crowbar30 here on YouTube, and he's here from my hometown actually, for letting me get a hold of this figure and doing this review for everybody. 6 months ago I did a little scan of Crowbar30's figures. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But within that video I had a few comments of people wanting to see Pinhead reviewed, the figure Pinhead that I scanned over of his. So when I was over there the other day, I grabbed the in-box Pinhead here, and the Pinhead he has opened up actually right here. I actually recently have watched parts like 1 through 6. I need to watch 7 and 8, but that really sparked my interest in doing this vid as well, because I remembered about him having the Pinhead figure. So let's get on with a little review. There's Pinhead out of the box first of all, and I wanted to note a few things about him, but let's check him out here in package first. As you can see, he paid $12.99 at somewhere for this. He was stationed in the Air Force and stationed a lot of places, so he was able to pick this up somewhere. This is made by NECA, by the way, and up in the left corner I see it says Real Toys, as in movie reel, and you can see it says Hellraiser Series 1 on the back with a nice picture of Doug Bradley as Pinhead. Pinhead, very cool, the leader of the Cenobites. A lot of people may be unaware of the Hellraiser series, but if you're a horror movie fan at all, or just, you know, wanting to see something very unusual, check out Hellraiser. I watched it recently, had never watched it before, and have really became a fan of Pinhead and Hellraiser. You can see the hook going into some flesh there on the package. You can see it says Pinhead down at the bottom, has a piece of the puzzle box. And I'm not going to ruin the story for anybody who has not seen it, so I'm not going to get too in-depth on the movie, but that is the puzzle box. Also, as you can see, he has a sticker on here, which I'm not going to remove. I probably would if it was me, but I'm not going to remove it since it's not mine. But there you can see the puzzle box there, along with a some kind of sickle knife sort of deal, which is very similar to what he has here on his belt, too. So that's very cool. 2 accessories he came with, and the one he has out of the package, he did not. He has lost the box and weapon that it come with, but he does have these weapons here, you know, on his belt, a plethora, whatever you want to say, of weapons. I usually don't use such big words, so sorry. Very nice likeness of Doug Bradley as Pinhead. If you're looking at that, you can just, with the theme music playing, it's just very creepy. Pinhead has to be one of the most badass horror movie killers, or well, I don't know what you would categorize him as, villain of all time. He is right up there with Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers, in my opinion. I'd love to see a fight between him and Freddy, because actually, if you have seen the movies, he can penetrate the dream world, so it'd be a nice setup to face Freddy, in my opinion. And what a better battle that'd be than Freddy Krueger against Pinhead. But I doubt it would ever be made, but it'd be really cool. It'd be cool to see him fight anybody. Pinhead, very unusual and different from the other movies too. So if you're thinking he is like a Freddy Krueger or a Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers, when you see the movies you'll think differently, because he is more psychologically threatening, and he doesn't do his killing by his own hands. I mean, he does kill people, but it's in a different way, and I'm not going to ruin the movie for people, and that's where the hooks with the flesh come in here. They're more ripped apart by hooks than anything, and I think I'm going to give a little bit of a depiction at the beginning of this video, and a little sequence that I'm going to put before the video to open it up. A little opening. I'm going to show a guy getting hooked with the hook, so everybody kind of knows what that means. But very cool. He's got swivel, I'd say biceps there. He's got a swivel at the shoulder. He's got swivel wrist. So they did put a little bit of articulation, and same with the other arm. But other than that, he does not move. He has no leg movement, but you can see there are 2 feet here underneath. But it's a rubbery-like material wrapped around his legs to make it look like he's wearing the trench coat or the cloak or whatever you want to call it that he's wearing. Very nice detail. I'm just going to give a nice up and down shot here. This is incredible. NECA makes some incredible figures, and I would love to get some more figures from NECA, but they are quite expensive. This one $12.99 back probably when these guys came out with Series 1, which has probably been a while now, but he held on to them. He is a big Hellraiser movie fan, and such as I. You can see a nice side profile view. Just like the movie, this does flap down. The pins are not metal or anything, for any parents out there who'd be wondering. They are just rubbery, but I mean, it pulls off the look great. So there's a nice look at Pinhead close up, and now we're going to look. Well, here it says collect all 6 figures to create your own puzzle box. So that's what the piece is, and it also serves as like you could put them on it as a stand too, in my opinion. On the back here, it says Pinhead, the Dark Prince of Pain, Angel of Suffering, Leviathan's Lord of the Damned. In the First World War, Captain Elliot Spencer witnessed many atrocities. His appetites were indulged, but it was through the lament, configuration, and the order of the gash that a world of experience beyond limits would open up to him and eventually become his domain. Sorry, I did not read this before this. Now with his crown of golden pins embedded deep into his skull, he walks the corridors of hell and the nightmares and fantasies of the living. So there you go. He can fight Freddy. I'm just saying, it'd be a great movie. Down here you can see other figures from Series 1. You have, I think these are called the Wire Girls. You have Stitch, which is right here. That would be Chatterer on the right of Pinhead there. And then you have CD, and then you have the Chatter Beast. So very cool. Very cool. And down here a little Chatterbox creature like that was in like the 6th, 5th film. I can't remember. Over to the right it has, you know, the creative team. It shows all the members, I guess, for these figures. Down here it says 2003 Miramax Film Corporation, all rights reserved. Real Toys, NECA, NECA Online. It says collect them all. Visit the Hellraiser website, www.hellraiserthemovie.com. Nice pictures of the puzzle right there. And a nice picture here of Hellraiser to the right, holding his puzzle, which I do not have, and the weapon as well, which I do not have at the time. But very cool packaging. And you can see all the chains that usually hook into the people's flesh when he sends them to hell and finishes them off. But very nice. Like I said, if you haven't seen the Pinhead movies and you are a horror film fan, I suggest checking all the Pinheads out. I've recently been watching them all, and now I am trying to pick up Ultimate Disc Set parts 1 through 7. As everybody knows, Clive Barker was the one who came up with the concept of Pinhead, and he directed and wrote the screenplay for the first Hellraiser. And then from there on, Clive really hasn't had much to do with the series, but I think all the movies are very cool and stay true to the original in some form or another, and are very psychologically thrilling sometimes, and not always just a gore fest. The first couple are kind of gory, but then it gets kind of different. You know, they even go back into the origins of the puzzle box and whatnot. But I don't want to give away a lot of things. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. And this is a special look at Crowbar 30's Hellraiser Series 1 Pinhead figure by NECA Real Toys. And like I said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and add me as a friend, and I will accept. And also, if you like what you see, make sure you hit the like button. And go add Crowbar 30 and subscribe to him. I will put his link below. And I want to thank you very much, Crowbar 30, for letting me review this figure for everybody. And as always, peace out.